Welcome back, folks. I am Jon Najarian, and this is 3 at 3. 3 at 3 every business day. We bring you unusual option activity. And today, Glenn and I are going to be presenting what we've found on the 16th of June, 2021. Our disclaimer is that you need to understand that all investments involve risk, and don't trade anything solely based on what I or anyone else tell you. Make sure you understand the risks inherent in the investment, because then, to the best of your ability, you could mitigate some of those risks. This is being presented for informational and educational purposes only. As far as intellectual property, what you're about to see has patents, trademarks, registered marks, and copyright on it. So please do not just take it, share it with your friends by all means, but do not use it in a commercial setting without our permission. Thank you. Here was Pete yesterday talking about Centene, CNC, and he was talking about those June 7250 calls. Well, how did that do? Let's see. Those calls were up 700% today. They went to $1.84. As you see, they closed at 23 cents yesterday. They opened at 25 today and hit a high on the day of $2.95, which would be more like a 1,400% return. But we're just looking at what it said on the screen when we took the shot, 700%. That, my friends, is why we trade options. So if you would like to trade like that, you definitely should be part of Market Rebellion. Here is the stock move. There you see it all the way up to 75.25. The stock was still 73.43, holding a very solid gain on the day. And look at that volume. You know how I love to watch volume and volatility. Volume here, 7.8 million shares versus 3.6 million share average. So I'd say that's a pretty nice call. And if you were in it yesterday, or even if you got into it today, you did pretty well. If you'd like to learn more about how we trade rebel stocks, which some people call meme stocks, the likes of AMC, the likes of BlackBerry, Bed Bath & Beyond, Beyond Meat, and so forth, well, we've got a free meme stock edition, even though I call it rebel stocks. That meme stock edition, how we trade unusual option activity, starts in 54 minutes. So that'll be right at the top of the hour, right as the markets close today. And for some of you, I'm sure it's a merciful closing because of the volatility that we have talked about around the Fed and so forth. But if you'd like to join us, by all means, go to marketrebellion.com and sign up. It is free, which means it doesn't cost you anything. And you can join us. Ryan Mastro and I will be there for the hour, and it will be a great time, truly. And we have expanded the room from 10,000 people that we can normally handle to nearly double that number. So sign up now. You still have time. You still have room. Once we max out that room, can't get any more today, folks. So go sign up now, marketrebellion.com, and you can join us. Let's get started with today's 3 at 3 with Workhorse. Bullish call buying, stock $15.66. They were buying the June 16 calls, basically the at the money. They expire next Friday, not this Friday, because look at that 25 in front of the June. If it was this Friday, it would either just say June or would have an 18 in front, because Friday is the 18th of June. These are not those. These are the 25th. In other words, a week and 2 days from now, these expire. Workhorse at the money calls. There's the stock basically hanging at that 15-ish level. And we're looking for a run to the upside. and volume today, a robust 34 million shares. This is our YouTube channel. I checked it just moments ago. It has almost 19,000 subscribers now. So Glenn, we're going to have to change that one. It is 18.85 million subscribers, or 18.8 thousand subscribers. We appreciate you folks. If you'd like to, we have virtually all of our videos on that site. So you get the morning crypto bite, the daily crypto bite, you get Pete's the Call, you get 60-second video, you get 3 at 3, you get so much, and you get it all free. You just go to YouTube, type in Market Rebellion, and click that subscribe button. Tell a friend. Thank you. Second trade today, Microsoft, MSFT, one of the top performers this year. Microsoft stock's $258 a share. They're buying 16,000 since every option is for 100 shares. That's 1.6 million shares at that 265 strike for next week. Again, these are next week because notice the 25 again ahead of the June. So that's next week, a week and 2 days from today. And they're buying those 265 calls. Now, I will be buying the at the money call and selling upside calls because then I don't ask the stock to do quite as much work. And yet, the trade-off for me will be if you guys buy the 265s and this thing churns and burns through 265 to 270, you will make far more money than I will make. But I am looking to be a singles and doubles hitter. I don't care about swinging for the fences anymore. I don't need to. But I like this setup. I like this stock, and I am in Microsoft. And there is Mr. Softy as it moves to 255 and been as high today as 260. Of course, that sell-off coming late in the day as comments from the Fed, as Jay Powell and so forth drove the market to the downside. Our daily crypto bite goes up every day at 10 a.m. Eastern time. That's right, 10 a.m. Eastern. You can join us for free. It goes streamed out on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn, I believe. If you'd like to see it later, you can go over to YouTube because we post it up there as well. If you'd like to join a room full of crypto traders, you can do that for $1 for your first month, just $1. And then if you like it, it's $29 a month. So for whole first month is $1, all you can eat. Come check it out. Go to marketrebellion.com/try crypto. All right, third and final of our 3 at 3 today is the XLE. And we have a question regarding this that I'll get to in just a couple of minutes. The XLE, 84,500 of the August 60 calls. That's 8.4 million share equivalent. Since every option controls 100 shares of stock, 84,000 options means 8.4 million shares in total. That's a lot of shares. Stock's 56, they're buying the 60s. You know the drill. I'm going to buy an at the money and sell an out of the money, 1-to-1 against it. Because as interest rates go up, which I think they will, I think we'll make some nice bank on these XLE calls, although this is energy, not banks. There is the Energy Select Spider as it goes, and it's trading 55.98 at mid-session, call it 56, about $4 under where those options are struck. And if you'd like to learn more about unusual option activity, well, go on over to marketrebellion.com/UOA. That is marketrebellion.com/UOA. And that will get you what you need to know about our subscription businesses for Market Rebellion, and in particular for unusual option activity and UOA Elite. You have questions? Well, we'd love to answer those questions. Just shoot them to me on Twitter at Jon Najarian. That's at JONNAJARIAN. Herb who seems to be enjoying his motorcycle there in his avatar. Herb Glatter, and his handle is @HerbYG72. For years, I've averaged down. Today, I prefer to average up. What's your take? I kind of get it. I think Herb's talking about, when you average down, that means, like, for instance, I buy a stock like the one we just spoke about, the XLE, an ETF, at 56. And if it falls to 55, I buy a little more. If it falls to 54, I buy a little more, averaging down. I do like what Herb's take here, which is probably about momentum. And he says, I like averaging up. So do I, Herb. I like chasing momentum. And especially with options, I can do it and have limited risk. So that's what I like. The same example in XLE would be, it's working at 56, by roll up to the 57s, it works there, roll up to the 58s, and so forth. We are averaging up instead of averaging down in that case. XLE, Wolf Gem, and the handle there is WOLFGEM5. Jon Najarian, lots of XLE call buying. Thoughts? Think you know. Yep, this is the one I was talking about when I said XLE. We will have a question about it. That is the question. My answer, I think energy goes higher. Handshake with Vladimir Putin didn't stop that. OPEC, I don't believe, will stop that. I think the demand is going to be not insatiable, but I believe the demand, inelasticity of demand is why it won't be insatiable. But I like the idea that energy goes higher, folks. And let's see, this one looks like an elephant pooping or something like that. And the handle here is OGPARME. That's an interesting handle. Where can you study bear strategies? Well, let me tell you, over at Option, over time, we have made money faster probably on the bearish side than on the bullish side. That's because you've heard us say many times, you take stairs up and the elevator down. That's what stocks do, or stonks. And it works a lot with stonks as well as stocks. So what would I do? I would go over and I would listen to Bill Johnson, one of our experts on strategies, and he talks about bearish strategies all the time. When I report unusual option activity, I have reported several times about bearish trades that have set up, but I must admit that we haven't talked about them nearly as much. Why is that? Well, market's been trending up, and we just haven't had the strong bearish calls for, a 10% correction and things like that. We've had many of us worried about that, but we haven't had a significant move until today anyway. And we'll keep an eye on that, see if that's a Jay Powell one day oopsie, or whether or not they are serious about actually talking about tapering. By the way, he will be testifying before Congress next week on, I believe, the 22nd, which I think is Tuesday. So we have not heard the last of Jay Powell, perhaps just the last for the day from Jay Powell. And that'll do it for today. If you'd like to get started with us, go to marketrebellion.com/get started. That is marketrebellion.com/get started for education, for coaching, for subscriptions, all of that. Marketrebellion.com for stock, options, futures, cryptocurrencies. We do have it all, folks. And I encourage you to join us for that so-called meme stocks that I am calling rebel stocks and how we trade them. We'll be talking about that with Ryan Mastro in about, 43 minutes, give or take. I'll see you then. Bang.